Okay guys, so this is officially it. This is day one of 30 days of Shino. I just woke up, had a lot of sleep. I'm looking at the camera, I think. I hope I'm looking at the camera. Either way, I'm gonna be vlogging the next 30 days of my life. Just kind of putting it up on YouTube. What I'm going through, what we're doing, and this is gonna be like the next 30 days of September of me trying to get partnered on Twitch. So I'm gonna just say whatever's on my mind, kind of talk about what's going on, what I'm going through, and hopefully that'll help you guys on your road to partnership as well. And just any tips. Today, the last 2 nights, we've had a lot of issue with streaming, just in general. Things haven't really gone perfectly, I guess you could say. So we talked to a couple guys from the ISP. I texted one of the ISP guys in the morning, like as I was streaming, like 10 or 11 o'clock, or my like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. He texted back at like 7 while I was sleeping after stream to see what time he might better come in today. I don't know if he's coming in before that, if he'll come in today before I have to head into work. If not, I already have someone scheduled to come down tomorrow, which is Saturday at like 3, so hopefully if he doesn't come before heading to work today, someone can come by Saturday and we can see about getting it going. The only thing I think that was lost is we used to have a booster, which I don't think we have the booster up anymore. I think they thought that they wouldn't need it if they changed where it came through. So my thought and hope is maybe they'll reinstall the booster and we'll be good again, and that'll boost the signal enough for it to be good enough for it to not die on us. We'll see. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. That's just my thought, that's just my hope. I don't know. We've literally gone through everything twice. And I've had some internet issues for a while, but we've just been trying to. Last night, what I did is I just streamed through it. For the most part, it was good enough to keep going. People admittedly couldn't watch the gameplay, but I didn't play too much games that were super gameplay focused, and I just kind of focused on talking back and forth with chat, and people just enjoyed that. So a lot of communication with chat and things like that. Good thing to do when your stream's a little bit choppy is just focus a bit more, focus less on the gameplay and more on talking to the people you're streaming with, alright? Anyway, I'm about to hop in the shower so I can get ready for work. Any other questions, comments, concerns, you guys let me know. Remember, this is my name, Shino Bazu. This is the 30 Days of Shino. I literally just woke up, in case you guys are wondering why I look like this. I just woke up, like I rolled out of bed. And yeah. Tip of the day, outside of all the ISP issues, I had a couple other personal things going on. It was rough. It was a rough day. I haven't slept good in the past few days, I'm not gonna lie. But regardless of all that, like, the Twitch thing isn't gonna stop. Life's always gonna suck. Things are always gonna be bad. Try to find something you can focus on that not so much makes you feel good, but hypes you up, and then just focus on that, and then you'll have downtime, I promise. Don't let the personal stuff stop you from streaming, because you'll have downtime, and use the downtime to recover. And for now, just focus on the stream and your dreams. Till then, as I said, this has been Shino, your gaming anime ninja, and I'll see you guys a bit later. Deuces. Well, not deuces, because there'll be more to this video, but yeah. See you in a bit. Right. We're back with day 2 of... Alright, so we're finishing up our thoughts from day 1, but this is technically, I'm filming this during the day 2 of 30 Days of Shino. The things I went over through the rest of day 1 was during the day when I was at work, I tweeted at a bunch of other streamers that I'm friends with online, and asked them to share some experiences they may have had while streaming. Basically just detailing and talking about the things they went through before stream that may have disrupted them from streaming and how they got through it. The reason for that is the night before, day 0, I guess you could say, I had a really rough time getting my stream started, and like I had a lot of bad stuff happen before my stream, and I feel like that happens to a lot of people, and that's understandable. Like, it does. It's life. It's one of those things we all have to deal with. And I wanted people to know that, one, it happens to all of us, you know, don't feel bad, but a lot of times I'll see a lot of newer streamers, or even more, you know, consistent streamers, you know, have one bad event stop them from streaming. And sometimes, admittedly, it may be in your best interest to take a break, but that's not always what you have to do. Sometimes, even if you started off having a bad day, it does, and I know streaming is a decent amount of work and can feel like work, starting your stream could sometimes be the best thing for you. That's just my opinion on it. So I'm going to go over a couple of the Twitter responses I got yesterday, share that with you guys here so you can hear some of their stories and know that, one, you're just not alone when you're doing this. And, like, you know, we all go through it. So we're going to hit a couple of these real quick and then we'll go from there, all right? I'm going to be honest with you guys. I turned the air back on. I had the air off so that you guys can hear me a little bit better. But, like, it is extremely hot while doing this. Like, I live in Las Vegas where it is like 100+ degrees every day. So, yeah. I need the air. I'm actually going to pass out while trying to do this video. But let's get to these tweets. A lot more replies than I expected. And more replies that I feel like from people, even people I didn't tag. So it was really cool to really hear back from a lot of streamers. And again, I want to share this with you guys so you guys knew. So the first one I got here was from a streamer named Bobo Chat. And he pretty much just said, my power, this was before he started streaming, right before he started streaming. He says, my power supply blew up and my PC caught fire. I ended up streaming from my PS4 while smoke filled the air. The early days of Bobo. This man, well, I told him, man, like, this man himself, this was savage. It's a rough thing to deal with, for sure. Like, easily you could say a rough thing to deal with. But, I mean, regardless, he got through it. That's something I think that, is, like, I don't know what I would do if my computer caught fire right before the stream. But, I mean, he did what he had to do. And he kept his stream going. Most people would have been like, hey guys, PC's done, can't stream. But he's like, you know what, I got a PS4. I can stream for the PS4, so we're just going to mess around with there, you know, fan the smoke out, and we should be alright, you know what I mean? As long as he doesn't die from smoke poisoning, I think he'll be good, though. Alright, another good one we had here was from, says Glitter. She says, what ended up happening to her was right before she went live once, I guess she declined to play with someone, and I guess they got upset. And what they did is they sent her a link to try to DDoS her IP address to keep her from going live because they were upset that she wasn't playing with them. It's kind of crazy. Apparently, she was down for almost 3 hours afterwards. It was pretty crazy, but she said, you know what? She just kept through it. She managed to get through it. And she ended up still doing a 6-hour stream. Had a bunch more viewers come out to support of the traumatic event, and now she learned a proper way to do viewer games and the type of people to avoid and not to click random links in chat, which I think is something we all should learn. But I mean, again, not being able to stream for 3 hours due to some craziness, I know would deter a lot of people from doing it. It would deter me from it, but she found a way around it. She stuck through it, and I'm sure her viewers appreciated that much more for her doing it. So I mean, like I said, it's one of those things that happen. Don't let it get to you. Don't let it get you down. Another guy said he had to ban one of his subs. This is from Serial. He had to ban one of his subs and a huge supporter of the stream simply because I guess he was blackmailing another viewer with one way or another. It said it was a really frustrating thing to deal with because, you know, the guy was a big supporter of his stream, but at the same time, he was doing something he felt was inappropriate for his community. And I honestly can agree with that. Like, if that's something you got to do to get rid of people, it happens. But I mean, you have to think of, it's not, I would always say, like, people who stream, we don't necessarily do it for the money. It is a big part of it is about the community and things like that. And having to deal with something like that right before you stream probably, you know, makes you wonder if you should go live or not for the day. But, you know, he still did, you know, he went live, he did his thing, he thanked the person for their continued support, and then, you know, he let the other person go. And if that person chooses to still support him, even after the ban, I mean, good on them. If they don't, that's understandable as well. There's, you know, you don't need support from people who are going to be doing negative things in your community. You don't want weeds in your community per se. I'm going to turn this fan off just to get to this point across, then we're back to the air. The reasoning for that is, at the end of the day, and the reason why I even asked these people the question what happened is before I went live last time, it would have been day 0. I actually, I had the week leading up to the start of 30 Days Shishina has been like extremely rough. I've been written up, like in the past month, I've gotten written up twice at work, having, you know, a couple relationship issues. And so before I even had to do my stream the previous night, I actually had to break up with my girlfriend at the time. It was pretty rough, you know. Things weren't working out, we weren't seeing eye to eye, and we were with all the relationship going in the future. And it happens, like, it's a rough place to be, but at the end of the day, like, it's relationship things, it's life things. Life doesn't stop because we decide to start streaming, and it's something that happens, it's something we all have to deal with. So with that being in mind and that being said, one of the things I want to tell you guys is, like, the reason why I kept streaming that day and the reason why what I thought about what kept me going through that day to keep me to keep streaming is, no matter what happens throughout your day, good, bad, up, down, especially when, like, you're a streamer and you know you're part of a community as you build your own community. If you're building a community, no matter what happens, you're still their hero. Like, every day you decide to come in, sit down, and push that and hit that button and give them somewhere to be, give them somewhere to hang out, to be, you know, feel comfortable, to feel at home, to feel like they belong and they matter, you're their hero. And, like, nothing is ever going to change that. So, like, even if you may not feel like you can do it for yourself that day, just remember that you're not always just doing it for yourself. Sometimes you're doing it for them too. I think every time we do it for them. I know a big part of what keeps me coming back every day is the people that I know are waiting for me to get there. So no matter what happens, what you go through before you stream, what you go through during your stream, what you go through after your stream, you're still their hero. So if you are going to do this with your heart. You know what I mean? That's going to be it for today's Day of Shino, Day 1. I know, again, like I said, I'm recording this Day 2. We're going to get to Day 2 recording in a little bit. But until then, much love and respect. And I'll see you guys.
On the level. Keep it on the level. I'm climbing up the... Keep it on the level. Keep it on the level. I'm climbing up the ladder while you in need of a shovel. I can do this all day. I can do this all night.